Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. We are so excited to have you again. Now, this news is not meant to distract Obedience, but just to keep them updated about what is going on in the party. Right now, there's a lot of shake-up in the Labour Party, especially as it has to do with expelling some persons, and one of those that are touched is the Director General of the Labour Party presidential candidate of the Presidential Campaign Council, talking about Doyin Okukwe. We all know who he is, and some other persons. And you're going to hear the reason why these people are being expelled from Labour Party. And according to the news, Doyin Okukwe, the Director General of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, has been expelled by Ogun State chapter of the party alongside 11 others for violating its constitution. Ogun LP chairman Michael Osade and the party secretary Faishola Michael, who briefed newsmen at the end of the meeting on Thursday, December 1st, alleged that Okukwe and others have refused to pay their membership dues in the last 6 months despite numerous notices of debt. Others stripped of their membership of the party include Abayomi Collins, Honorable Abel Olaleye, Jagun Lukman Olori Oluwabokola Soyoye, Mr. Gbadebo, Mr. Abdulmalik, Mr. Jide Amosun, who is the former state publicity secretary, Mr. Deshina Wazu, who was the former assistant state youth leader, Miss Deborah Dewale, former secretary of former senatorial women leaders, and a host of others. Shade, who accused Ogugbe of polarizing the party in Ogun State with his People Democratic Party dissidents, political lib. I'll take that again. Say that Shade, who accused Ogugbe of polarizing the party in Ogun State with his People Democratic Party's dissident political liabilities who are only using LP to revive their political and financial lifeline. Also ask him to provide evidence of any payment in respect of membership dues prior to December 1st, 2022. They also asked the national chairman of the party, Barrister Julius Abure, and the party presidential candidate Peter Obi to obey the party's constitution by immediately relieving Okogbe of his position as DG of PCC and also appoint another DG who should come from the north to reflect federal character and political balance. Anchoring their actions on Article 9, subsection 3 of the party's constitution, Ashade said only fully registered and financially up to date members of the party should have the right to vie for office in the ward executive, local government area executive, state executive council, and the national working committee of the party, or be a delegate to the Congress and the National Convention. Article 9, subsection 3 of our party constitution states as follows that only members who pay their monthly membership dues at the rate prescribed shall be deemed to be bona fide members of the party. Arrears of dues of up to 6 months shall lead to forfeiture of membership. Despite repeated demands from various meetings I had with Dr. Doyin Ogokwe in respect of his mandatory constitutional requirement to fulfill membership status, he has failed woefully in this regard, with some others to flagrantly disobey the constitution of the Labour Party. In line with Article 90, subsection 3 of the Labour Party constitutional provision, we declare that Dr. Doyin Okogbe, having failed in the payment of his membership dues for the last 6 months of joining the party, has forfeited his membership of the party and no longer fit and competent to continue to act as the DG of the Presidential Campaign Council. We hereby notify our national chairman, Barrister Julius Abure, and Labour Party presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi that the experience to obey the constitution of the Labour Party by immediately appoint another DG for the PCC, and that should come from the north to reflect federal character and political balance. Those were the words of the party chairman in Ogun State. But I feel that this kind of issue should be trashed and not talked about. It will be revisited some time from now. The ideal push and what everyone is running after is to see Peter Obi being enthroned. Then we can begin to reflect back on the things that has to do, with the party structures and all of that. Trying to put a straight down and causing rancor between party members will not save the day. Don't forget, as we are talking, that the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu are working assiduously, and Atiku Abubakar same. Everybody is on their toes, ensuring that they get adequate support for Peter Obi. So this whole thing, it's just like playing to the gallery. Is uncalled for, especially at a sensitive moment like this. Ogugbe also mean that he has an idea of the content of the constitution should not fail in his responsibility, in doing, shouldn't fail in paying his bills. It's quite unfortunate that this is coming up now, but I think that there is need for immediate intervention on the part of Peter Obi to ensure that this whole Bahaha at this point is put to rest once and for all, so that everyone can be more focused in pursuing that which is ahead of the people. Nigerians have reacted seriously. Most people say that it's the party members in Ogun State should be looked into seriously, because they may likely be working for another political party. That is one thing I am not so sure of, working for another political party. Another person here clearly states that Donyo Gogwe has scammed the Igbos, but that's not true. Another one is that whatever they do, it doesn't concern anybody, because we are desperately concerned about Peter Obi, and that you can imagine that. So the party structure itself is not too important to Nigerians. It's important for us to have an understanding of this valid truth, so that we know where we are going. That's where I like to wrap it. Please go to our comment section. What's your standpoint about the ongoing, Wahaha in Ogun State Labour Party? Do you think this may tear apart Labour Party at the national level? Let's interact in our comment.